Hey there, it's Kim from Back to Basics. I want to be totally honest with you here. I am not a marketing person. I'm an accountant with a passion for getting the information correct. So what I want to talk to you today about, how can you use our tool Inventory Deep Dive to help you if you're going to re-implement your database. And there's so many things that you can do with the tool to get your data straight before you start. So we're going to pop into Deep Dive. And this tool has the original intent was to help reconcile inventory, but it is so much more. So the first thing I want you to be able to do is go and look for anything where you've got a different case. So here, the part site table has uppercase, the part table has lowercase. If you're going to re-implement, don't you think you want those all to be the same? And we go through and look at a variety of tables. Like here's the great big huge long list. So we want to make sure we've got good data. The next one we want to go through is probably our weird then wonderful. This is our collection of a variety of things from different people's databases. And it can go in and we can look for things where we've got a requirement and there's no operation. Now that might be on an Eng master. So we might want to look at that. There's hopefully I can find something with an example in here, but just looking for bad data. A posting candidate of yes on a leg. Well, that shouldn't exist. So we could see we've got a bunch of those and we can provide you the ability to go in here and fix them and say, oh, fix. Okay. So now if you're transferring your database from one visual database to a brand new database, you're transferring over clean data. You're not bringing crap over because you don't want to do that. You've invested a lot of time and money into doing a new database. The last two things, so I always go with number 4. So number 1, cases and spaces. Number 2 is weird then wonderful. Number 3, we're going to say is the inventory rollback. We want to make sure that your inventory balance report is accurate. This report will allow us to look for instances where we've got quantity differences, where we've got dollar differences. Essentially, it's comparing the inventory valuation report to the inventory balance report. But having that report accurate static, that means you can use that as your basis for loading your new data. And of course, what else would we need? We also want to have accurate work in process. So we're going to bring over our open work orders. And this is just running and it's going in and it's looking for a bunch of stuff. Now, the things that we want to make sure is that whatever we've got on this list is accurate. So we can say, give me anything that's over 75% complete. So here we've got here 80% complete. So should those work orders be closed off? Let's look at work orders that are over a certain number of days old. If these are old work orders, now I have to admit my database is kind of old and got a lot of stuff in it. So let's look to see if we've got anything there or anything that's on the report that's closed with no received quantity. These are a financial impact. In my little database, I've got $16,000 that shouldn't be there. And then our fourth option is things that are canceled. And the other thing in deep dive, we look at stuff. Pink means it's a problem. Here we've got a bunch of work orders without product code. So if we brought those over, we're going to bring more crap over. And we don't want you to do that. We want you to have nice, clean data to start out. So quick recap, cases and spaces can help you. Weird then wonderful for all that. Data inconsistency. We want to use our inventory rollback to get an accurate inventory balance report. And we want WIP balance to reflect what truly exists out there. None of this have I mentioned having to reconcile. That to me just needs to happen. But that is entirely up to you how you handle that. So I hope that you find these tips helpful. And if you're re-implementing, you might want to consider having a quick look at this to see if we can clean some of your data before you switch from your existing visual database to a new visual database. So have a fabulous day and happy diving.